Welcome back to the channel. My name is Thomas Fletcher and I'm the host of the LCSW network. If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor by smashing that like button, by subscribing to the channel, and by sharing this video with your social work colleagues and friends. The purpose of this channel is to create a community of hope and support, where social workers can come for relevant news, information, and inspiration. Well, welcome back to Self-Care Saturday. Welcome back to week 20 of our 2021 Wellness Challenge series. So for those of you that are new to this series, let me do a quick recap. As I mentioned in my introduction, I am a social worker, and the purpose of this series is to provide self-care tips and practices for my fellow social workers and other licensed professionals. So in week 1 of our 2021 Wellness Challenge series, we introduced the self-care practice of creating and using an early warning sign action plan. In week 2, we talked about the benefits of using positive self-affirmations for our self-care. In week 3, we talked about using audiobooks. In week 4, we talked about the benefits of cycling for our self-care. In week 5, we talked about connecting with nature. In week 6, we talked about the benefits of walking. In week 7, we talked about the benefits of sleep. In week 8, we talked about the benefits of annual health exams. In week 9, we talked about using hobbies for self-care. In week 10, we talked about using visual arts for our self-care practice. In week 11, we talked about the importance of maintaining friendships as a self-care practice. In week 12, we talked about using music for self-care. In week 13, we talked about the importance and the benefits of water and staying hydrated. In week 14, we talked about food journaling and mindful eating as self-care. In week 15, we talked about reconnecting with our purpose. In week 16, we talked about the financial wellness self-care practice of paying yourself first. In week 17, we talked about the importance of mindset, specifically growth mindset or abundance mindset. In week 18, we talked about spirituality as self-care. Week 19, we talked about using laughter for self-care. And today, week 20, we will be talking about 10 benefits of exercise. All right, 10 benefits of exercise. So in one of the previous weeks, I talked about cycling. But today, I'm going to go broadly. Because not everybody enjoys getting on a bicycle like I do. And that's cool. That's great, because there's so many different types of exercise that we can participate in. And I am a proponent and a huge advocate of using exercise for self-care and doing it on a consistent basis. And I've been consistently using exercise for my own self-care for the last 10 years. Prior to that, I would do it on a semi-regular basis, but I didn't really have a rhyme or reason to it. But 10 years ago, I started preparing myself physically to join the military, to join the Army National Guard. So 10 years ago, I started a regimen of jogging, and I started cycling on a more regular basis because I had a goal of increasing my fitness level to be eligible to join the military and then to maintain my fitness. Because for those of you that are civilian social workers, to be a military social worker, to be a uniformed, because we do have civilian DOD social workers that do not have to pass a physical fitness test every year. But if you are a uniformed social worker, you know that you have to pass what we've been calling the APFT. Now it's transitioning into the ACFT, which is the Army Combat Fitness Test. But either way, whether we call it the APFT or the ACFT, physical fitness is a huge, is one of the areas that we must maintain competency. And, for many of us, we may think of it as a chore, but again, mindset, right? I talked about mindset in one of the previous weeks in this series. And a few years ago, I made the mindset shift that this exercise was not just going to be for the military, but that it was going to be for my own self-care. And I've been practicing that mindset for the last few years now. But let's talk about the 10 benefits to regular exercise. So I found this article on WebMD, and I will leave the web link in the description box below. But let's quickly go over the 10 benefits that they cite in this article. So benefit number 1, exercise boosts brain power. Exercise boosts brain power. I know for myself, on the days when I exercise, whether it's jogging, cycling, or even walking, if I, my daily goal right now these days is to walk at least 5 miles a day. Okay, and I'm intentional about it now. Maybe I was doing that already before, years ago. I work at a medical center that has a pretty big acreage between where my office is and where the main hospital is. So years ago, I decided to be intentional about plugging in exercise even into my workday. So the exercise of the day might have just been walking 5 miles back and forth, around this huge campus that I work at the VA. But anyway, getting back to benefit number 1, exercise boosts brain power. I know for myself, on the days when I have any type of exercise, I have this mental clarity that is wonderful, and that I may not have on the days when I'm less active. So that's the benefit number 1, exercise boosts brain power. Benefit number 2, movement melts away stress. So this is a huge one. I think this is a real huge one. I know for myself, again, where I'm filming this during April 2021. And so I know for myself, at the beginning of the global pandemic in 2020, I was actually at the end of a recovery period from surgery, and I was able to start resuming exercise. And one of my primary exercises, especially when I was activated last year for the COVID mission, and I was on active duty with the Army National Guard for about 70 days. So one of the few exercises that I could do on a consistent basis was jogging. And I know for myself that the jogging was not only good for my physical, but it was a stress reliever. It was a stress reliever. So yeah, I can testify to number 2. And even before last year, I've been using exercise again as a stress management tool for at least the last 10 years. I'm a busy social worker, just like many of you that are watching this video. And over the last 10 years, I've worked for the VA. I've been with the National Guard for over 9 years. I even worked for Kaiser for about 5.5 years on a part-time basis. And so that's being a social worker in 3 different agencies, 3 different organizations. And I got to tell you that, again, one of my primary stress management tools over the last 10 years or so has been exercise. So if you don't exercise on a regular basis, don't beat yourself up. I'm not here to wag my finger at you. But again, I would love for you to get on board with this 2021 wellness challenge. So if you can start incorporating exercise into your daily life, please do that, you know. And again, you could start with baby steps. You can start with walking. And again, we covered walking in one of our previous weeks. But whatever type of exercise you can do for yourself, do it, right? So let's get back to the top 10 list here. Okay, so benefit number 3, exercise gives you energy. Yes, again, this is another one that I can testify with my own experience. Again, I'm a busy social worker, just like many of you are, and I know for the days when I am practicing self-care by either walking, cycling, on a lesser basis, swimming. I love swimming, but I don't have easy access to it. But even if I just give myself some push-ups, some sit-ups, maybe some pull-ups, I'm gonna have a lot more energy on those days than on the days where I don't give myself any exercise. So yeah, that's definitely true. And in the article, they talk about why this is the case. They talk about that when we exercise, especially any type of aerobic exercise, you know, the body creates endorphins, and the endorphins is what give us that energy boost and that pain relief, right? Benefit number 4, exercise can be done in blocks of time throughout the day. So yeah, this is another one. You don't have to bunch up your exercise all in one block of time. You can exercise throughout the day, you know, and you can incorporate your daily activities. That they talk about that in this article, you know. So, you know, even doing chores, cleaning your house, you know, that takes some type of physical movement, you know. So just be creative with it, guys. All right. Benefit number 5, fitness can help build relationships. Yep, this is a big one. Whether you're walking with your spouse or I used to enjoy taking lunch breaks with one of my buddies at the VA, and we would probably walk about a couple of miles just going to our favorite restaurant and then walking back to our offices. So yeah, fitness can definitely help build relationships. Benefit number 6, exercise helps ward off disease. So we are all healthcare professionals here, and we all work with clients that may be recovering or may be struggling with heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, asthma, what have you. And exercise can help either prevent or reduce the effects of these illnesses, right? So that's important. Number 7, fitness pumps up your heart and makes it stronger. So if you are engaging in some type of aerobic exercise, you are definitely doing your heart a service. So keep it up. Number 8, exercise lets you eat more. So yeah, this is kind of a no-brainer. But if you are exercising, you will you will be building up your metabolism, which will require you to eat more. But again, you know, it's all about eating smarter. And I kind of talked about that a little bit in one of my previous episodes where we talked about food journaling. Okay, so let's keep going here. Benefit number 9, exercise boosts performance. Yeah, so we know about this. Our productivity goes up as we, you know, continue to exercise. So for those of us that's important, I would say let's do it. And the last benefit, exercise can assist with weight loss as well as other health goals. So yeah, I know for myself, I've utilized jogging and cycling as weight control, and it's definitely a benefit. So these are the 10 benefits of exercise. All right, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what type of exercise you guys like to do. You know, I like walking, I like cycling, jogging, swimming, sit-ups, push-ups. But I really love to know what type of exercises you guys like, because there's so many different kinds you can do, whether it's Zumba, whether it's tennis, whether it's basketball, whether it's bowling. I mean, there's all type of things that you can do to exercise. So be creative. All right, I'm going to stop there. I want to thank you all for watching this video. For all the social workers out there, thank you for the work that you do every day for your clients, for your agency, and for the profession. Please continue to support each other and yourselves. Bye for now.